Here's the truth about choosing AI in 2026. Today is May 10th, Mother's Day. Most of us are paralyzed, looking for answers, right? So there's so much going on in AI space. You got, Instagram feeds, you got YouTube videos like gazillions, every second there's new YouTube about Claude, did this, Codex did this, ChatGPT did this, Gemini did this. Um, Everybody's confused. I'm Shankar. After building my own personal health AI named Iris, which I covered in my 3 videos, I settled on Claude, and I use Cursor, and I use other AI tools as a comparison. And I'm going to show you, quickly how to choose one, like key decision makers that you can implement today. And don't overthink it, overcomplicate it. I think the trick is to pick one and live with it. I'm a 46-year-old engineer. I run 4 retail locations with 50 plus employees, 15 $16 million gross a year. And my passion is health, health, and I want to leave until 99 years old. I want to be there for my kids. So I built my personal health AI named Iris, which I covered, how I built it in the first 3 videos. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And I run my entire business. I saved almost 30 to 40% of the time I spend on my business every day, through AI. Again, it's not like I flipped the switch one night and I saved 30, 40% of the time. But it took me, I would say, 2, 3 weeks to kind of dial down, first identify the problem, and then, I go to AI and solve it. Second, identify another problem, go to AI and solve it. So those are the steps, right? So I'll teach you how to do all that. And also, I worked on so many things. I created iOS apps, Android apps, all, when I start tinkering around in October last year, and then I slowly start, picking one, sticking with it, and just keep getting better at it, and how I implement this, to my everyday life. So what's going on, right? So let's our situation, meaning I'm 46-year-old. Hopefully the people who are watching this are in my age group and more. So most of you guys are 46, 50, even 60, and most of people are not business owners or make tons of money, right? So you got to go clock in, clock out, probably have your daytime job, whether an engineer, analyst, whatnot. You still got a job, you got a boss to report, and you're overwhelmed, right? All of a sudden, your boss sends email, hey, you gotta do AI. If you don't do AI, guess what? You're gonna get laid off, right? That's the stress, especially in that age group, because you're already invested, I don't know, 10-year plus in most of the companies. I'm guessing based on the experience. If you're in that 46, 50, 60, you already invested in the company, and then all of a sudden, everything changes, right? They saying, okay, you guys got to start using AI. And then, they tell you, okay, go figure it out. Or they say, here's Copilot, which is very common, owned by Microsoft, which most of the enterprise, gets rolled out. Or, if you're lucky, you may get access to Cloud or ChatGPT or whatever, right? But you're overwhelmed. You're like shocked, like, man, I don't know what to do. You get into work on top of it, doing your regular work. Your boss or your management is asking you to go learn an extra or this new AI thing. Okay, so if you are in that age group and you're probably heard about it, or you learn about, or you hear about this every day. Claude is this, Gemini this, ChatGPT this, and Grok this, and you just most of you guys, I would say 80% are stuck in research mode. It's like, I don't know which one to pick. Oh man, today I heard Claude is great, Cowork is great. Oh, next day, oh my God, Codex beat this benchmark thing, so I want to try Codex or ChatGPT, and then all of a sudden, like, oh man, this Gemini is so great about Nano, but oh man, look at this cute picture they generated. Maybe that's better. So you guys are in this constant analysis phase. wasting time. It's funny. One of my coworker or my colleague, I run business and I have, I do other stuff too. But anyway, so he uses AI instead of learning, generating cute pictures and banana wasting his time. And then he's just like showing all this stupid stuff. Like, dude, okay, fine, go learn something constructive. Um, Anyways, obviously, you need to have fun too. But my point is, a lot of people don't take it seriously, or if they take it seriously, they're very overwhelmed. So, what's the difference between the AIs, right? In terms of models, at that level, 80% or 90% for the folks, don't care about benchmark data, whether they solve this particular puzzle in X minutes or X milliseconds, or it solve this problem. All those benchmark data they use doesn't matter, right? The biggest thing that matters is pick one and learn and invest time. It's like I'm doing YouTube video. I just started this again. One of the lessons I need to do is, to get better at YouTube. I suck so far, but you got to do, video every day, right? It's like going to gym. I'm a health guy. I keep my health pretty sharp, so I got to go work out every day. That's been doing it. I track my biomarkers, every day, every year, every month. So, I know how to do that, but YouTube is a different beast. So I'm putting the time in, right? Same thing with AI. Anything that requires learning takes time. So how the AI performs, right? Just going to give an example. So for my business operation, so basically I need to analyze, emails. I gotta consolidate some emails so I don't have to read through like 50, 100 emails a day, regarding similar subjects. So I try to consolidate, margins, discounts, all the stuff it matters, right? So in terms of running a business, Claude, and then I use Claude to write certain Google scripts or app scripts to consolidate, because everything sits in Google Workspace for my business. So I use Claude, ask questions, and then whatever generate, or solve a problem, and then take that and implement, however the directions Claude gives. Okay, health optimization, Iris. I built Iris again. It's working beautiful, all the way to, if you look at this, this is a Raspberry Pi Zero. So this, I run a little cron job. Again, no coding. Claude helped me run a cron job on this. So it fetches tokens for my Garmin watch, because there's no open API for Garmin. So it got to go through some backend way. So anyway, so what that little hardware does is it fetches token every day around lunchtime, and then keep it fresh. So my Iris trigger syncs up every morning, sends me an update, learns about me, all the stuff. So again, no coding, use Claude and Cursor. Okay. So how the framework, right? Stop overthinking. Um, Pick one. So I'm going to give you some options, and then you can, hopefully makes it easy for you, right? Option one, Chat GPT. So that's the most commonly used. I think it came first through OpenAI. Sam Altman is their CEO. You probably heard his name everywhere. But ChatGPT is used by everyone. I think even grandmas use it nowadays, students, kids, it's famous. So if you don't know where to start, pick one. ChatGPT is not bad. It's good. It has its own programming engine called Codex. So you can play with it. It does pictures, everything. Again, the key is pay the subscription, 20 bucks. Most of these models, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, they cost 20 bucks. It's peanuts, for the amount of work it's doing. Actually, they're giving away for free, if that's my opinion, because the cost to run these prompts and all these ideas you're asking, guys, it's not cheap, and they're giving 20 bucks. Again, it's a steal, especially for people, for 80 to 90% of the folks. You're not going to do heavy stuff, the basic stuff, whether it's automating an Excel or brainstorming an idea. 20 bucks works. You don't have to go extreme on it. Obviously, once you start playing with it, you may, run through some subscription, but again, it's renewed every hour. And let's say you run out of tokens, that's how they charge you. It's called tokens, right? You, for 20 bucks a month, you get set tokens. are more like a metering. So once you run out of tokens, you get quota every hour or every few hours, depending on the model. And then that's it. You wait a certain hour, and then the tokens get refreshed, and you get fresh tokens. You keep working on it. So option one, ChatGPT. Option two, Claude. Claude is the new kid in the block. Well, technically not new, but they made a lot of news because recently they're just going bonkers. Especially their programming model is whether it's Opus, sorry, Sonnet, they're just extremely powerful. So a lot of people use it. Google invests in it as well. So if you want some technical stuff, heavy coding stuff, I would recommend Claude. Again, other one is Gemini. That's Google's own AI. Again, they're great. Gemini has a lot of AI products out there. Gemini maybe gets a little confusing depending on because they have a lot of submodels. They got Nano Banana for uh, you know images, and then the video they have a different and then they got Stitch, and then they got I forgot another one very similar for like Cursor, but they have their own programming AI engine. So anyways, it does a lot of different tools. And then you got Grok, from X. So again, I wouldn't recommend Grok for any newbies, especially people with 50 plus or whatever. I would pick any of these. And if you're don't know what to do, flip a coin. Like I said, it's as easy as that. Just flip a coin, and then say Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT, pick one, pay the $20 subscription fee or whatever the cost of subscription, then get on it, guys. That's it, right? Step one, pick one. So there's three options I gave you. Pick one. You cannot go wrong with any of these. Pick one and go at it. Okay, so what's the reality? Okay, what's going to happen when you pick one and commit to it? So this is where the magic happens of AI models. Okay, so week one, again, personal experience. I started working on this in October. Again, at that time last year in October, the models were clunky. There's a lot of bugs, but now, every day they're pushing an update, right? So it's like it's actually you're lucky because if you're starting today, you don't have to do anything, to be honest with you. It's like all the critical bugs are fixed, all the hallucinations are fixed. The AI models are working at as close as being real. That, I mean, that's my honest truth because I've built so many things. I can tell you with solid proof that today the models are great. Again, God knows what's going to happen by the end of the year. I'm telling you, every day you wait, you're going to lose momentum. You're going to be so behind. But again, on the flip side, the more you wait, I guess, if you try something new next year, you may don't have to do a lot of work. I don't know, right? But either way, this is what's going to happen. Week one, you're going to learn the interface. Most of these interfaces are chat-based interface. It's a web interface, and you can, download a desktop version, whether you use a Windows or Mac. There's a version that you can download as a web app or an app that sits on your computer, and it's mostly chat interface, right? So it's going to feel clunky. You don't know, your prompts will suck. So what is a prompt? Prompt is basically you're asking a question. So it's basically when if you know how to use Google search, guys, it's similar, right? So we search damn any random shit on Google, right? Google Trends, you look at it like some weird stuff people search about. It's the same thing. You're searching on the AI platform. That's it. So you got to be a little bit polished, nuanced, and kind of keep the prompts. The more you prompt, you learn. But week one is going to suck. I'm going to be giving you an honest review. Your prompts are going to suck. The AI response is going to be very generic. You're not going to be happy. You think like, man, I should have picked the other model. Don't stick with it. Week one, play with it. Don't switch. Play with prompts. Modify it if the response doesn't make sense. Tighten your prompt or maybe go to very specific. Again, guys, speak English, right? If you speak English, you can use it. Okay, week two. So week two is where the fun behind. You're going to start figuring it out, how to talk to it. It's like when you first get married, uh you know obviously you're going to date. That's fun. All right, so dating is fun. Everything is hunky-dory. Also, you go eat out, blah blah blah. And then once you get married, the reality hits, and then you live in the same house. it's like getting adjusting with your, spouse, right? Share the shower, toilet, restroom, kitchen, you cook, you go out, you sleep together, you pay bills together, accounting, but it's the same thing. It takes time, right? So you're not going to be, the first, it's a learning curve, right? Okay. Toilets up and down, you go pee, you got used to leaning your toilet seat up, and then now you got to, get used to it. It's the same thing, right? So week two, you build a relationship with this AI, and then you're hooked. This is where like, oh my, it's just like the aha moment. Okay, I know how to prompt now. Okay. Week three, okay, you develop your own prompt patterns. That's how I, again, this is the exact strategy I use, right? First week, I was playing goofy, I watched one YouTube video. I'm more like a self-learner. So I watched something about, okay, I don't know, for some reason I picked Claude, because ChatGPT, everybody was using ChatGPT. I'm one of those guys, okay, let me go pick the other one. So I picked Claude and then stuck with it. And and then I learned ChatGPT and Gemini on the side, Perplexity as well. That's another AI model as well. Anyways, so same thing, the first clunky, I don't know. Once I got the hang of it, then I'm like, boom, 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 start building stuff like crazy. All right, learning and making my life easy. Making a lot of tools. So week four, basically it becomes the natural extension of your thinking, and you're not using AI anymore. You're actually thinking with AI. That's where you need to be, right? So it needs to be your natural extension, of you, right? Forget the YouTube guy or the X guy or the Instagram guy, right? So your end goal should be pick one, and that should be your extension. That should be basically your second brain. That's the goal. That's what these companies are going after, right? It's basically I'm Shankar, and I'm using Claude, and then Claude is my mini me Shankar. That's it. If you're Bob, if you're using ChatGPT, on week four, the goal is to be, your mini me Bob. That's it. It knows how you think, and you know how it's going to respond. You're going to adjust your prompt. It's basically your extension of you. That's where the old company is going, right? That's what they want you to do, and that's what's going. You're going to do. Week one, don't get frustrated. It's going to be frustrating. Week two, you ease in. Week three, you kind of, you know, make it better, better. You develop your own patterns. And week four is basically you are merging as one, right? Your extension. So you think you go to the AI model, you know exactly how it's going to respond. It's like, oh God, I have this idea, and then go pop, 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 and then it tells you exactly how Shankar expects, or how Bob expects, or how Tracy expects. Okay, so for example, right, one of my last friend, he runs a couple of retail locations. He was asking me advice, like again, same thing, as a boat with similar boat as most of you guys are, guys and gals. He doesn't know what to do. I said, dude, just pick one. So he said, okay, ChatGPT is good. I said, sure, just pick one. And then it took him within a week. He started messing around, and it's like I told him, like, hey, just solve one problem. Don't go too much. I mean, he runs a business, right? Don't go vomit everything that goes in your brain. Pick one problem, try to solve it to the T, meaning, obviously the first prompt is not going to work. Just keep iterating until you are satisfied, right? That's the beauty about AI. It's not going to get tired unless you get tired. So you keep working on it until you solve the problem. That's the tip I gave him. By week four, man, this guy, again, same as me, I saved almost 30-40% of my time. Same thing he's doing. He's almost shaved 50% of his time dealing with his business stuff, whether it's margins, emails, discounts, cash flow, payroll, everything. He's just like going bonkers. But you know, again, the key is pick one and spend time with it. So the breakthrough was an AI model. It's basically, the interaction, right? That's what the AI was built for. You gotta merge you and the model as one. Like, gotta be an extension of you. All right, a real world application. So let me show you a bunch of stuff I built. As you guys see, this is Iris. You guys, I already did video on it. Let me see if I remember my password. Oh, Okay, so this is my health AI. I showed you that this Raspberry Pi thing. Again, this helps this load data. So again, this syncs up with my Garmin data and shows everything. It has this chat. It has my whole genetic history, blood pattern, everything. So this is my one-stop shop for everything related to health, built with predominantly with Cursor. And Cursor is another programming platform. Again, it's you don't have to stress about too much, but it uses Claude, as its engine to write all this programming. So I did all this. Watch my 3 videos. I covered this. Okay. And then here's another cool thing. So I want to write an app, right? So I wrote app. So basically, again, I'm into health. I have my own genetics data. So I said, okay, you know what? A lot of my friends were asking, dude, how do there's a lot of places you can parse your genetic data, whether you have 23andMe, Ancestry, or whatever. So you get the raw files from them. There's places you pay $10 that tells you, breaks down into all your genetics risks and how it's associated with heart disease or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's and whatnot. But I was not happy with it, so I built my own app. Again, this is available in App Store. Guys, look at this. I did this. It's like took me 2 weeks. It's approved and launched in App Store. If you guys want to go check it out, and then it's approved and available in the Android store too. Look at this. So I did again. It's simple. It looks complicated. It's not. Anyways, so it's there. So I built an app, iOS app, Android app, all from scratch, no coding experience. Again, Claude Cursor. Okay. This one. Okay, I built this is last week. Okay. So I'm looking at a fifth retail location, and the problem I'm trying to solve is okay. So you go talk to a realtor, say, hey, dude, I'm looking for another retail location to expand my business. They send you a bunch of leads, and what do you technically do if you're a business owner? You go look at the population, competition. Okay, is this going to survive or not? So I designed this just for me, and then I just again it's free to use. If you guys want to use it, it's called SiteIntel.claritylabs.com. So you put in your address, business type, square footage, and monthly rent, and the hours you're planning to open, and you analyze this location again. Wrote this with Claude. So it uses Claude API on the back end and then the Google Places API. So it pulls Google reviews. It compares similar businesses around their 10-mile radius, and it tells me whether it's a good or bad. So if you guys want to test it, um, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna coffee shop. Okay, so let's say the space I'm looking for is 2,200 square foot, and then I'm say the rent is around I don't know 9 grand, just for the giggles, and then you can say, okay, I'm gonna keep it open for 80 hours a week. Then boom. So the program, look at this. It says no walk away. Too many risks factors at current terms. Renegotiate signature better final location. Rent is very high. The score is 5 point to avoid. So let's say it looking at all the competition. It looks at the reviews. So you can kind of modify how to, let's say you're opening coffee shop, you can see what's the bad about that existing coffee shop. You can gonna adjust your menu, and then look at how beautiful it does. Gives you PL model, and then it gives you key risk factors, all that stuff. Again, this report just flags serious problems. Again, this is a problem I try to solve, so I don't have to go into 10 places, but this is free. So before you sign a lease on a retail location, do you know how painful if you get stuck on a 5-year term lease? And eventually if you want to get out of that, forget it you know so anyway, so I built this as well with AI. Okay, this is another one. I'm an engineer, so this is a little more geeky stuff. Again, same thing. There's an app, Android app available. Again, I built this as well. It's gonna tells you where your video stalls and stuff. Again, it's geeky stuff. And then let's see. So what else? Instagram. So I want to start posting Instagram. So I created my own Instagram slide generator. So I put my topic, and then I can select my tone, niche, whatever, and then generate slides. It will generate slides for me, and then I can copy or download and just post on Instagram. It's easy, right? What else I did? So this is my main web page. Again, same. I used my consulting firm, Clarity Labs. That's the company I use. I create a lot of this stuff. So all my information is in here. Again, created with AI as well. So if you guys are interested, you can book a call or email me any questions. Again, it's all in there. So my point is, these are all real world examples of stuff I created. And the reason I was able to do is I picked one, I spent time. Again, don't go behind, on picking one and, you know, um, and going deep into it. So a lot of the stuff, the mistakes, the um, the people make I see is mistake number one, platform hopping. Okay, so that's common mistake. I did that too in last October because at that time I want to know which one is best instead of just spending time picking one time. So don't avoid it, guys. I'm saving you all this time. Pick one, trust me. Pick one and go with it all in. Pay the $20, $10, whatever the monthly fee. Go all in. So if you keep, let's say week one, you pick, Chat GPT, and then you hear the coworker saying, or some YouTube videos saying, okay, Claude is better, then you switch to Claude, and then again, they say Claude sucks, and then you go to Grok, and then they say, oh man, there's a new feature in Gemini, you should try it, then you go to Gemini. Trust me, waste of time. Cut it. Go pick one and stick with it. Feature chasing, there's another one too. Shiny object, right? So every AI wants your business. Again, it's a $1 billion, eventually be $1 trillion market for the AI companies. So they all shipping features at alarming rate. Every day there's a new feature. Again, don't get distracted. You're not this. Again, most of the guys are not this crazy programmers or they need this latest feature for this particular problem to solve. No, just pick one, stick with it. And then waiting for a perfect choice. There's no perfect choice. Okay. Claude will be keep updating models. Gemini will be keep updating models. And you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to wait for this next. I think right now Claude has Opus 4.7, I think, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe 4.6. But I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to wait until 4.7 or 4.8. No, you know what, most of the time I still use 4.6. I don't even use. I usually use Sonnet. I forgot it's 3.6 or whatever. I like Sonnet better for all the work I do because Opus sometimes is overkill for me, which I don't like in some other responses. So that's something you guys will learn. Again, don't you know wait for the perfect choice. And then mistake number four, underestimating the learning curve. Again, guys, these aren't simple tools. I'm not scaring you, right? This is where a lot of people get overwhelmed and quit. They are thinking partners. Remember the synergy I said? The goal is by week four, you need to be the extension arm, of that model that you're working, right? So you got to be in sync. Again, it's not easy to get there, but you got to put in the work. It's like me doing this YouTube video. Is my fourth video. I'm way behind on my goals, but I want to do one a week. But I'm putting in the work, whether it sucks or good, I'm not sure. But again, I will learn, right? I gotta rewatch my own own video painfully and then figure out, okay, it looks good or bad or connecting with you guys. I don't know, right? So those things I'll learn. Again, same thing. Don't underestimate the learning curve. You gotta put the time in. Even though the AI is gonna do the work for you, you still need to put in that learning curve. Pick one and start jumping in. That's what I did. I jumped in. I picked. My health is my passion. Okay, that's how I picked Iris, the old concept made of my daughter, and I went all in. It took me multiple iterations. The tech stack, connecting everything, registering my domain, connecting all the pieces. Now it's solid product. It's like I'll keep working on it, but dude, this thing is going. I honestly believe I have my entire health in the fingertip. I can go to the iris, ask anything about anything, and it knows everything about my health. So, anyways, again, don't underestimate the learning curve. All right, here's my final recommendation. So, set a 10-minute timer. Again, everybody's busy, right? Forget these YouTube guys, Instagram guys. Oh man, I make 30 grand a month or 10 grand a month or 5 grand a month, 1 million a year, blah, blah, blah. It's too much noise, right? Normal people don't have time. Dude, we have kids, family. Um, if you want to stay married, if you want to be a good dad, husband, again, we don't have time. You got weekend, you got to go play with your kids, soccer practice, this, that. And you come back and then you see this and it's like, shit, I don't have time to spend time, learning a, AI tool. It's like, whatever, man. And you just move on. But, nobody has time. Like, pick 10 minutes, right? It's so easy. It's like I said, if you can Google stuff today, it's the same thing. Pick one and set a 10-minute timer. Ask something about your health, or let's say you got your latest blood work, plug it in and see what it says, or your personal finance, you got a credit card statement, right? Upload a PDF document to it, your credit card statement, and say, hey, analyze this for me, or your bank statement, right? Hey, find something that I'm spending way too much, right? I mean, just go nuts with all your prompts, like dissect it, play with it, just pick one and play with it, or your electric bill, right? Throw in your electric bill and say, hey, why is my electric bill like, give it a context. Maybe throw in a 4-month electric bill and say, tell me a pattern about my electric usage, gas usage, water use. Guys, there's endless possibilities, right? Or give your email access and tell them, if you use Gmail, I think, a lot of these guys have integrations with the Gmail. So you say, analyze my email, find this, blah, blah, blah. Again, spend 10 minutes every day, it'll add value. And then eventually that week for that synergy we're talking about, before you realize you'll be there. Again, there's a lot of options. And, the only option you got to do is pick one and start the work. Remember, a lot of these companies are hiring new guys now, right? So 25-year-old, 26-year-old, 22-year-old coming fresh out of college, or little experience, but they show AIS in their resume. And then guess what? They're going to come in with a huge knowledge advantage with the AI, using AI. It could be as simple as, scanning emails or whatever, doing some market research. But the more you wait, they're going to eat your food, right? So get on it. Um, and then learn the AI, that you like, right? Just pick one. So, anyways, most importantly, comment below with which AI you're commenting or committing it for the next month. And if you guys have any questions, put in the comments. I hope it was useful. And, I really want to create awareness of people, 45, 46, 50, or even 60, how it's not too late. You're not too late to learn AI. Again, it doesn't take that much time, 10 minutes a day, playing with just goofy stuff, right? Like I said, analyze your heart rate, or hey, my heart rate was this, or if you're into health, or electric bill, or even, let's say you go get your car fixed, right? You got your invoice from your the car guy who fixed your car. Load that PDF into the AI and let it analyze it and tell you exactly. You'll be surprised of the results will show you. Then you'll kind of connect it. It's like, oh crap, I can use it for so many things. But remember, the best AI is the one you will use every day, for the next 4 weeks. Just remember that point. Remember, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 is your synergy, and everything else is just noise. Forget the YouTube. Shut down your YouTube channel that you're watching. Shut down your podcast. Just pick one and spend 10 minutes. Again, time is very precious for us. We got so much going on, right? Stop watching all these new YouTube videos or new updates about Claude, ChatGPT, or whatever. Pick one, and and then just learn. Spend time. The more reps you have learning it, you know, trust me, you're gonna be a master at it. You're gonna you're gonna be so. Again, the beauty about AI, it's gonna save you a lot of time. And then you don't have to be smart at all. That's the key, right? Now, I mean, the intelligence. If you want to be an Einstein, you can be an Einstein, right? If you want to be Elon Musk, you can be Elon Musk. Using AI. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Support my channel. Again, this is my 4th video. Again, I'm putting reps here. I hope you do the same. Working with your AI. Thank you again. We'll again see you on our next video. I appreciate it.